you?
Everything you do, it's been done before. Everything you say, yeah, you said that yesterday.
मेरी कोई स्क्रिप्ट नहीं है. Fuck it. Please set up this camera. Okay. Okay. Hi, my name is Varnika. I am going to be adapting a play called Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead by this man called Tom Stoppard. Now, I'm going to be very honest. I have not heard of Tom Stoppard ever. I have not read any work that he's done. I only know him through this picture, this small picture in the back, and I don't know if that is relevant or not. Also, this play is an absurd play. It was very easy to make because Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are these characters from Hamlet. They were those jester kind of characters, so they picked them up and made an absurd play about it. So I'm just going to figure out if I can adapt this play to an Indian setting, make it a little bit more political because you know that sells well these days, and I'm going to figure out if that's something I want to do. I don't think people talk about COVID in terms of boredom. It was truly, saddeningly, the most boring time of my life. And there's nothing more to it. I spent my days mending relationships, talking to people I didn't think I should have talked to, going back to all of these people who I decided not to talk to ever again. I also spent a lot of time with my family, something that I didn't really enjoy. And I thought that it would be a period where I'll be, going around and I'll be doing things that clearly didn't happen. So I think that was a little bad. But then I also think about how obsessed I sort of became, with the way I was looking. First of all, I gained a lot of weight. I gained like 7 kgs, and then I lost all that 7 kgs, and then I lost another 5. I was also depressed for 3 months. Not that it changes anything objectively, but it was just a very difficult period. The weird part is that during this whole COVID thing, my grandfather basically died. But between that and my acne problems, I think the thing that bothered me more was my acne. I think I was more obsessed with that. I don't know how to process that now. I don't know how to think about it at this moment. And the weird thing is, like, imagine like you're turning what? You're turning 21. You never get acne ever in your life, and suddenly you just get acne. For what? That was so unfair. And then I got into skincare and I spent so much money on skincare. I used to order things from the UK, I used to order things from Korea. That really didn't work out for me. Eventually, it kind of blew up into a huge acne problem. And then I had to go to the dermatologist. And then I learned about this amazing thing called comedone extractant. Now I know this sounds like an ad or something like that, but it's not, because I'm genuinely so impressed by that procedure. Because the thing about this communal extractment thing is that essentially, like acne, it doesn't really like surface on your skin. Okay, it's prepared some 6 months somewhere in your skin. Okay, and it slowly resurfaces. Now, what this communal extractment essentially does, it manually picks them out. And sure, like your skin will be sore for like 3 days and you can't go out in the sun and you'll have these blood stabs on your face. It sounds really bad, but trust me, it's so worth it, because then your skin gets clear for like 1.5 months, and that's honestly something I can do. And I also think that, like, if I have to think about my life goal at this point, I think I need to save some money, because I want to get some hyaluronic acid. Like, I want to get some hyaluronic acid patches here, because this area is like very sunken in. So if I get these hyaluronic acid patches, they can go inside and then sort of like really level out my face. I also think about all the surgeries that I kind of have a problem with, but then I think that maybe I don't have the money for it, and that's the reason I have so many fundamental problems. Maybe I had money, so I would have done it anyway. I don't think I want to be that person. So that's that. Don't even know how to put up a fight. प्रॉब्लम है कि क्राइसिस ऑफ मैस्कुलिनिटी इतने वायलेंट वे में क्यों दिखाना है. लाइक देयर इज द सेंसिटिविटी बिकॉज दैट इज लाइक परसीव्ड फेमिनिन एंड मेन वोंट वॉच इट, बट लाइक तो वुमेन को बुरा ट्रीट करके फिर बात में रोके व्हाट द फक आर यू प्रूविंग यार. मतलब to flipping of a coin, but I have never flipped a coin in my entire life. So I am going to try to flip this coin, and hopefully it will be successful. So that's that. This is my first trial. Is the two heads or the emblem the heads? I think the emblem is the heads and the two is the tails. Okay. I forgot to call it. I'm going to practice this another time. I forgot to call it again. Okay, I'm going to call it now. Heads. Is the emblem heads? This was what I got. I forgot to call it again. How about tails? The emblem. So it's heads again. So I'm continuously getting this emblem thing. Is it the heads or the tails? I need to figure that out. I will do that after this recording. And I dropped it. Let me see. Do I do it like this? Will that look better? More artistic? I got the emblem again. Is that a sign? Am I manifesting something? I don't know. No, I got the emblem again. What the hell? Am I doing the coin flipping wrong? Because this is literally part of the play. Rosencrantz keeps getting head. Is this heads? I don't know. I'm so surprised. Okay, this is my last thing. If it's the emblem again, I'm going to take this as a good sign, and everything that I'm doing is going to be perfect and my life is going to be amazing. Okay, so everything depends on this thing. No way. No way! I'm so excited. Alright, I need to stop this. I have to talk to people about this. And we just have that within us that within sub or supernatural forces, the probability is that the law of probability will not operate as a factor. Then we must accept that the probability of the first part will not operate as a factor, in which case the law of probability will operate as a factor within sub or supernatural forces. And since it obviously hasn't been doing so, we can take it that we are not held within sub or supernatural forces after all. In all probability, that is, which is a great relief to me personally. Which is all very well, except that we have been spinning coins together since I don't know when. And in all that time, if there is all that time, I don't suppose either of us was more than a couple of gold pieces up or down. I hope that doesn't sound surprising because it's very unsurprisingness is something I'm trying to keep hold of. The equanimity of your average tosser of coins depends upon the law, or rather a tendency, or let us say a probability, or at any rate a mathematically calculable chance, which ensures that he will not upset himself by losing too much, nor upset his opponent by winning too often. This made for a kind of harmony and a kind of confidence. It related the fortuitous and the ordained into a reassuring union which we recognized as nature. The sun came about as often as it went down, and in the long run and a coin showed heads about as often as it showed tails. Then a messenger arrived, and we have been sent for. Nothing else matters. 92 coins spun consecutively have come down heads 92 consecutive times. And for the last 3 minutes of a windless day, I have heard the sound of drums and flute. But then I also think about how obsessed I sort of became, like how obsessed I sort of became with the way I was looking. Um, my grandfather basically died, but between that and my acne problems, I think the thing that bothered me more was my acne. I think I was more obsessed with that. I don't know how to process that now. I don't know how to think about it at this moment. And the weird thing is, like, imagine like you're turning what? You're turning 21. You never get acne ever in your life, and suddenly it's like, oh god, that was so unfair. And then I got into skincare and I spent so much money on skincare. I used to order things from the UK, I used to order things from Korea. That really didn't work out for me. Eventually, it kind of blew up into a huge acne problem. And then I had to go to the dermatologist. And then I learned about this amazing thing called comedone extractment. And now I know this sounds like an ad or something like that, but it's not, because I'm genuinely so impressed by that procedure. Because the thing about this comedone extractment thing is that essentially, like acne, it doesn't really like surface on your skin, okay? It's prepared some 6 months somewhere in your skin, okay? And it slowly resurfaces. Now what this comedone extractment essentially is, it manually picks them out. And sure, like your skin will be sore for like 3 days and you can't go out in the sun and you'll have these blood scabs on your face. It sounds really bad, but trust me, it's so worth it. Because when your skin gets clear for like 1.5 months, and that's honestly something I can. यार मुझे इसमें बिल्कुल भी सुंदर नहीं लग रही.
This style of editing, ये if you notice I have copied, मतलब I have used it a lot of time. मतलब this that कि मेरे background में जो same picture है but वो blurred नहीं है और किसी किसी में blurred है, तो ये I have used multiple time. तो ये ऐसा फ्रेम इसलिए था कि मेरी आंखों पे प्रॉपर फोकस्ड है एंड कंटिन्यूइंग दैट स्टाइल ऑफ एडिटिंग एंड आंखों पे थोड़ा फोकस
ये जितने भी तुम बोलती हो ना कि मैं पोज कर रही हूँ फोटोज में, ये है मैक्स पोज.
हाँ
कैमरे के सामने कैमरा, ये क्या है?
ये मिरर है.
मिरर है ये?
मिरर में फोटो खींची, कैमरे के सामने कैमरा नहीं है. हम भी क्रिएटिव हैं.
Actually, I am a person who is very much stuck in like ऐसे हाँ like I also tend to browse my gallery and like recently I posted this picture 2 days ago. ये कोई पिक्चर इसका कोई सुध नहीं है, कोई मतलब कुछ नहीं है इसका. ये दिवाली पे खींची थी मैंने. It's so old. एंड आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड ब्राउजिंग गैलरी। आई वाज लाइक क्या डाल देती हूँ, बहुत दिन से कुछ नहीं डाला, आखिरी पिक्चर मैंने जनवरी में डाली थी तो अब डाल देती हूँ। आई जस्ट पोस्टेड इट, इट्स वेरी रैंडम।
ये पूरी फील्ड कितने साल की होगी?
ये 2016 से होगी, 17 से है।
And when you look at it, how do you imagine your life? तुमने कैसे डॉक्यूमेंट किया अपने आप को? तुमने अपनी जिंदगी डॉक्यूमेंट की ना?
It is more like कि how I have evolved physically, I would say. कैसे थोड़े पतले से होने के बाद धीरे धीरे चबी होते गए, and कैसे मेरा ड्रेसिंग सेंस चेंज हुआ है. It is not a reflection of my life as per se. It's mostly my physical appearance.
तुमने पूरा फीड ऐसे रैंडम असॉर्टमेंट ऑफ मेमोरीज और ये सब करके बना रखा है, पर तुमने एक बहुत ही परसिस्टेंट एस्थेटिक फॉलो कर रखा है ऑफ ये क्यों?
वाइट टाइम।
व्हाई?
या सो आई स्टार्टेड
10 साल पुराना है ये।
हाँ, आई स्टार्टेड दिस, मैंने ये स्टार्ट तो किया था मतलब कि हाँ ठीक है ये सब करते तो मैं भी करती हूँ, एंड मैंने एक पॉइंट पे स्टार्ट किया था, फिर मैं उसे फॉलो अप नहीं कर पाई थी। फिर उसके बाद लेकिन एट सम पॉइंट आई स्टार्टेड एट कॉलेज में, बीए में आके आई थिंक, एंड देन एवर सिंस पता नहीं मैं कोई पिक्चर, अब मेरे को ना ऑब्सेसिवली ऐसे कुछ हो गया कि मैं वाइट टाइल के बिना पिक्चर डाल ही नहीं पाती हूँ, चाहे कोई भी पिक्चर हो, रैंडम पिक्चर भी मुझसे टलता नहीं है। आई थिंक द ओनली ब्रेक हैज़ बीन दीज पिक्चर्स, जो मैं कभी ऐसे पिक्चर्स डालती नहीं हूँ, खींचती नहीं हूँ। दिस हैज़ बीन द ओनली ब्रेक जिसमें मैंने वाइट टाइल नहीं लगाया है, बाकी सब में, एंड दिस वीडियो ऑल्सो लाइक ऐसे बहुत रैंडम है, बट पिक्चर्स आई डोंट नो, मैं वाइट टाइल लगा देती हूँ। मेरे को अजीब से वो मुझे लगता है कि अरे ये बिगड़ जाएगा, कुछ चेंज हो जाएगा, ये नहीं करना।
I'm gonna talk about this phase in my life post my schooling days, where I just kept recording a lot of videos, you know, and this went for like 4 or 5 years, and I don't know if I associated with a disorder or something, but what I did was basically that I had this feeling that I'm going to forget everything. And this phase, I also had a lot of anxiety. So maybe that's why my memory was not working so well. So I just like school days were there. Everything was done sequentially. You know, first standard, second standard, third standard. You know, everything was going well. And in terms of age, also like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and till about 21, there is this continued kind of sense of time. And every increasing number means something to you. And at some point when I came to college, it stopped meaning anything, and then I lost. And I also had some weird phases where I was depressed and I was in insomnia. So that kind of messed up with my my association with time and temporality. So that's when I started recording videos, because I thought I was living in a cinema. And it was a way of remembering how my life was actually like, and like I was experimenting with the kind of truth, I think, now that I think about it, like what really is life, you know. But also like I used to struggle with recording my own thoughts. Like when you record a video, I used to walk with my phone like this in front, and then it used to creep people out, obviously. But then once you go back and look at the footages, of course you celebrate the moments. You have these moments with people and with yourself also. But then, you know, you can't really replicate that idea of being in the moment and thinking about things, the chain of thoughts, how you make sense of events. It is impossible. So like at some point, it was also very disturbing because I had to manage all these hard drives and storage issues, and then when I would lose them, for example, I'd lose a memory card, I would feel very bad because I thought I'd lost that memory, which is not true, but then I used to associate it with it, so that happened. And then
2011 से क्यों?
तुम्हारा भाई
हाँ या भैया FTI से तो उससे कुछ नहीं होता था, मतलब जब वो करते थे वो सब शूट वगैरह करते थे तब मेरा इंटरेस्ट नहीं था इसमें. आई वॉज इन टू लाइक सॉफ्टवेयर एंड टेक एंड कंप्यूटर एंड ऑल दैट शिट. बट आई गॉट इन टू मूवीज़ इन 2013-14 जब मैंने साइंस लिया 11th-12th में. उसमें मेरा मन नहीं लगता था. लिटरेचर में स्टोरीज में मन लगता था. सो आई गॉट इन टू फिल्म्स. बट कैमरे में फोटोग्राफी मेरा लाइक व्हेन आई वाज इन 8-9 स्टैंडर्ड आई
हाँ, पहला फोन, remember पहला कैमरा कब था? In any form.
In any-
Remember
yeah.
touching a camera.
इट वाज इन लाइक 2009. एक आंटी आई थी स्वीडन से, ठीक है, तो शी हैड दिस पॉइंट एंड शूट कैमरा. सो उससे मैंने लिए थे फोटोज. इट वाज 2009.
तो
या
कुछ बचपन में अपने पिक्चर्स हैं बचपन के,
आई हैव.
जो वो वाला कैमरा होता था.
बट वो घर पे मतलब नहीं था. वो लाइक पापा के फ्रेंड थे फोटोग्राफर, वो घर पे आते थे लेते थे. बट इट वाजंट लाइक अ कैमरा एट होम, वैसा नहीं था. बट देयर वाज अ डिफरेंट कैमरा. लाइक माय फादर वाज अ जर्नलिस्ट, सो ही हैड अ कैमरा. वो बड़ा वाला नहीं होता, एएनजी, इतना बड़ा जो शोल्डर माउंट करते हैं, वो वाला कैमरा था. तो आई शॉट यूजिंग दैट व्हेन आई वाज इन 11th स्टैंडर्ड. ऐसे उससे थोड़ा सा एक्सपेरिमेंट करता रहता था. घर पे बाहर नहीं लेके जाता था. देन वी लाइक सोल्ड ऑफ दैट कैमरा. तो वही था. बट आई वाज यूजिंग दैट फॉर लाइक
Reverse
सम टाइम.
तुमसे सवाल पूछ लिया मैंने तो.